You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Hey, we're here, episode number 4.
Yes.
Well, Ivy Talks. We're sitting here with Mr. I want to pronounce it the right way.
Yeah, try.
Okay, so to me, the right way is Mr. EvrLoveBlake.
EvrLoveBlake.
Yeah,
That's
how I
you
read
say
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's how I read it.
It's
So
EvrLoveBlake.
EvrLoveBlake.
EvrLove.
Okay.
EvrLove.
All right, say it again.
EvrLove. 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 Like forever living. Forever love.
Okay, I hear that. I respect it. I'm just saying. So we're starting off on that note.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that,
Okay.
and that's cool.
Okay.
And it's great because that means that you're dope.
That I'm dope.
Yeah, because you got to explain yourself. Welcome to Draya Ivy Talks. This is episode number 4. This is Draya Ivy, your host. I'm here welcomed with accompanied by the amazing and talented host, my co-host now.
Yeah, your co-host.
And my interviewee.
Yeah, I need a job.
Introduce yourself then.
EvrLoveBlake. I represent Canada. I'm at Western Canada, Edmonton, Alberta. YG 780. It's all love.
Okay, so shout out to Canada. We're here. Shout out to Canada, and we're in the hub. We're in the little hub, the hub little studio setup. Shout out to iLive Hip Hop Daily.
Yeah, definitely.
We're here, and shout out to them, and shout out to everything that they got going on. Don't be laughing in the background. To all my producers in the background. No, so we're here. So what brings you to Toronto? Not Toronto. I'm going to talk about because I'm Toronto.
Yeah.
Here I am mistaking it. What brings you to Atlanta, Georgia?
Atlanta,
Georgia in October.
What doesn't? That's the real question, you know? Like, everything's happening here. The energy and the vibration, the culture here. And for us, you know, coming from a smaller place, it's amazing to be able to network and clash minds with like-minded people, you know?
So, what are you here for specifically?
Honestly,
for the listeners, shout out to the listeners who haven't.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the listeners who don't have any idea of what we're talking about. We're here sitting in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're talking about A3C, which is a huge music conference.
Yeah.
And we're both here. I'm here from Miami. He's here from what part of Toronto? Not Toronto.
Edmonton 780. Edmonton, Alberta.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Never again will it be Toronto.
Never again. But I got all love for Toronto still.
All right, I'm clowning. So, all right, here we are with the Edmonton crew, and we're going to talk about Edmonton, and we're going to highlight that city because I want to do that. I want to work on like highlighting cities that are not really highlighted. Yeah. And we're here from outside of town. What do you have to say about Atlanta, Georgia? Atlanta,
Georgia is a beautiful place. The food is great. The people are amazing, and I mean the talent is there, so it's inspiring. Mm-hmm. That's it.
It's inspiring in what way? Like, tell me more. What makes you get on a plane and say, I'm gonna hop on a plane and I'm gonna jump cities to go to Atlanta? What makes you come here?
Yeah, I mean, it's culture. It's been years. Hip hop is developed and been in the veins of Atlanta. It's in the streets. It's everywhere. So for me, it's like a utopia. It's an amazing place to come and gain knowledge, gain inspiration, style, all of those things, and make it my own, and just grow from that, right?
That's dope. That's dope. So let me talk to you about inspiration. Who has inspired you musically? Musically to dream, to feel like, you know, this is something that I really want to do.
Yeah.
I really want to pursue, and I fuck with them. I fuck with their message and whatever, but still, I'm still going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And pursue my own message. Like, who are some artists that you really rock with that background-wise?
Well, the thing is, like, for me, it's like when I made that decision, because I used to play university ball, and I always did music. I always wrote, but, you know, it comes to a point where you kind of got to make that decision to take it serious.
Right.
You know, so the moment I went to a Lil Wayne concert in Calgary, Alberta, little city, you know. I was on the floor seats. It was the first time I ever went to like a big hip hop show, and the energy and what he was doing. Lil Wayne's my favorite artist of all time, but you know, the energy I felt and the moment I was like, yo, I can do that, and I want to do that. from that day, I never looked back. So, I'm still here.
So Lil Wayne inspired you
Oh, hell yeah.
to keep going.
Oh, hell yeah. He did for himself, so.
How would you classify your music? Like, if no one has ever heard your music before,
Yeah.
how would you classify your music, your sound to someone else?
Just love, just anything, just sounds is all. It's all it is for real. Like one day I could pull up in the studio and do an Afrobeat record. You know, the next day I may be in this mood and I may just be rapping, just talking shit, or you know what I'm saying. It's just on my energy. I revolve my music around my energy, and that's it. You know what I mean? I can't really explain exactly what type of music I do. It's a little bit of everything.
So that means that you really don't tie yourself into one set, like one.
No,
set,
I love all music, everything. Okay. Like I'm not even playing with you. Like I listen to like, yo, you wouldn't even believe the stuff I listen to.
Tell me what you listen to.
Like I'm the dude that's sitting in my car driving to BB King, Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. Bob Marley, like you know. And then when I'm turning up with my team and stuff, you know, that's when I get into some other stuff. So. That's
what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with like in a wide genre of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just wondering, like, what exactly is you? What do you like that's like left field? Let's talk about
left field?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's put you on
the Police SOS.
Oh, come on.
That's my record. That's my record.
We can't go on record talking about what is on record. We know that
Queen,
already.
All of those things.
I'm from Queens already too, as well. Queens, the story of Queens was good.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So outside of the obvious,
that
we have an issue with Queens in New York. What's up with you in terms of music?
Me,
like
right now.
Music? Are you performing anywhere out there?
Yeah. I'm performing. I have a show on the 11th and the 13th at Oxtail and Gravy with Shay. She's a vibe. She's cool. She put me on that. And I got another one. It's just at a lounge, 83 event, Pegasus Lounge, I believe. I forget the name of it. It's just an industry mixer. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I've just been working on music. I've just been recording consistently, working on my visual game, trying to get it up, and now get it out, stepping into the resources so I can be seen more, and just building that brand. I completely rebranded myself a year ago. So for me, it's kind of like, now it's kind of take off, ready to go.
What does rebranding mean?
I kind of understood my demographic and where I kind of wanted to be as an artist. When I started, I wanted to be cool.
Right.
You know, and then you kind of learn what it's about and what you're actually trying to do. And for me, it's just I fell into love with sharing certain things. So it took my music and my brand that direction. So, you know.
Dope. So let's talk about influences.
Yeah.
Like who would you say has like influenced you on a greater level?
A great level, Bob Marley.
Oh, Bob Marley.
It doesn't even matter even if I'm spitting raps, Bob Marley.
All right, who else outside of the genuine?
The genuine greats. Who has inspired me? Man, I was a weird kid, so I used to listen to everything. Like I'm telling you, like I used to steal my sister's CDs, like Kylie Minogue and shit like that, and vibe out to shit like that. Yeah. As weird as that sounds, but I mean, my inspiration just comes from life, and that's it for real. Like, it's hard for me to kind of.
It's hard for you to label.
Filter that. Like I can't.
It's hard for you to label that. So, all right. So, in terms of like music, like, do you have anything that you're working on that you have upcoming? Yeah,
I have a record coming out next month. Yeah, it's called I'm Sorry. It's a little bit Afro-y, a little bit hip hop, so it's a cool vibe. It's more massful, so I'm excited about it. It's kind of like that Fighting Love record. You know what I'm saying? Just has that mass energy, just love and inviting feeling. So.
Inviting feeling.
Yeah.
Inviting feeling.
Inviting feelings.
Inviting feelings. I like that. That's kind of deep.
Yeah.
Because that introduces like a whole different realm.
Yeah.
So, in terms of writing music, do you write your own music? Do you
work
with songwriters?
I write my own music, but you know how it goes? Like, this isn't just me. Like, when I have a thing called church, so every single week, every 7 days, I have a squad, my team, EvrLove, come into the studio with me. And sometimes I used to always dictate what I was going to write, and I'd sit at home and be like, that's not right, that's not perfect. My whole squad would just get in the studio, we'd just get a couple drinks, we'd just let beats play until something sparks, you know, that energy.
Right.
And then I just build my record off the energy in the room, and sometimes it's just organic, that's it. So, but I write all my own stuff.
But you wait on some other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I do. So what's going on in terms of touring? What's
Right,
going on with A3C? We're here for A3C weekend. What's going on for A3C?
Yeah, right now, I'm not lined up for a tour right now. I'm in the talks of moving around and doing some shows right now. So, I'm hoping that happens and that gets solidified. You know how it goes, right?
Yeah,
and like A3C, like I said, coming out to the shows, network, you know what I mean? Just enjoy all the beautiful energy that's in the city and go home and get inspired and build.
Hey, I hear that. Cheers to that. I like that. Look at you, such an open artist. So, what would you think about like the current state of like where R&B is?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that there's something
like R&B and hip hop?
Yeah, like R&B and hip hop,
urban.
Yeah, like urban music in terms of like where we're at.
I think it's at a beautiful place. I think right now artists are like completely independent. I feel like it's at a place where when you feel independent, you are the most creative. So we're getting a lot of weird shit, but that's cool as hell. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Dope.
Yeah.
So you're just excited just based on the premise of where we're at?
Hell yeah.
Nothing else.
You got to be excited. We're only here right now. We can't go back in the past, can we? We can't go back. We're only here. You got to enjoy it then.
So, of course, on that level. So, okay, so let's talk about, like, future influences. Like, what would you say are certain things that you would love to do on a level of, like, leaving a legacy behind?
I just want to be able to touch the world and let people know that you can just be you, and it's cool to be accepted that way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I mean, eventually people will just understand that you can't deny what's real, and that's just how it is. And whether you're from the streets or you from the suburbs, you are you. That's your power. That's it.
I agree. So in terms of just who you are, what it is, the magic between you and the other artist, X, Y, and Z, but just who you are, period.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people discredit who they are themselves is because they are not in a certain situation financially.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, fam, like outside of the fact that you may not be in a certain situation financially, you are still rich in so many other ways.
So many ways.
And
wealth isn't just like,
wealth
that's
is
not
just
it,
monetary. It's about who we are
monetarily.
Of course, I get it. But also, like, in terms of, like, influence, so it's our reputation to spread that message.
Yeah.
To spread that message of reputation of, like, we have power, we have knowledge, we have movement in these arenas that most times, certain characteristics don't move in those areas.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's powerful about us connecting.
Yeah.
Definitely. Of course. So, like, in terms of, like, A3C, like, what has been your impression so far, though?
It's great. Like, I'm going to say it's a step up from last year. Like, we stepped in the building. It was more organized. They got more money. They did good last year.
What do you mean?
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's like
no,
when
you have to be more specific. Like, what's going on now more than what was that going on last year?
I would just say I think there's more energy around it this year. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a lot more people involved in there. And not saying there wasn't energy before, but I mean, there is a difference from last year, definitely. You know what I mean? And I'm enjoying it so far. It just started up, but I mean, I'm excited to, go explore.
So basically, you're not too impressed with how the promoters are running it.
I'm impressed. They did a great job.
They're like,
like I said, they have a Toronto stage in Atlanta, and how amazing is that? But now we need in Edmonton or Western Canada, Vancouver State, whatever we need to do. That's cool to me.
So what do you feel has to be done in terms of, like, promoting on, like, all right, what part of Canada are you from?
Western Canada, Edmonton, Alberta, 780.
What part?
What part of Edmonton am I from? I'm from the south side originally, Millwoods.
No, I'm just saying for people that are watching that, you know what I'm saying, that are dope, that recognize the area. Yeah. Say it again.
From Millwoods, south side of Edmonton, Alberta. That's exactly where I'm from.
Dopeness. So what's going on in that area?
Well, I mean, Edmonton's a melting pot, so you get a little bit of everything. You got the Lebanese, you got the Chinese, you got the Jamaicans, you got Trinidadians. It's a melting pot. So when you're walking down the street, it's not just, So for me, it's kind of like, it's cool being over there because it's home, it's comfy because it's just a little bit of everything.
Nice,
and I like a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Look at you laughing in the background. Dopeness. I like that. A variety in the background. You're traveling the whole country, saying outside of the country, because you're going outside of Canada.
Yeah.
What's going on in America?
In America right now, America is the entertainment business. I mean, it's so fast here. It just keeps going, and if you sleep, you get left behind. So,
Right.
But that energy, I love that. I love to compete. I love to go. I don't sleep. I'm indulged. I'm engulfed, you could say.
That's dope. That's dopeness.
Yeah.
That's dopeness. So let's talk about what are some of your dreams? Let's talk about your dreams. Let's talk about your dreams.
I don't have no dreams.
Yeah, you got dreams.
No, I got goals. I got goals. I don't have any dreams. I got goals.
Okay, dreams/goals. Dreams/goals.
Yeah.
But what are those goals?
Yeah.
What are those visions? Yeah. And what is it that about them that makes them unique and separate from the everyday conversation?
Yeah. Well, for me, I chase freedom. I chase, allowing myself to live in this world and enjoy it for what it is and not be shadowed by bills and life and all that bullshit doesn't allow you to be yourself. So for me, my goal is to be free. And my goal is to see the people I love free and just to be here. And that's it. And that's for real. And then whatever that takes to do it, it takes to do it. So, I got to build business. I got to build connections. I got to build a foundation. As some people say, a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. You have to.
What a great answer. No, seriously, I'm not sitting what a great answer.
That's it.
That's the PR in me. That's the public relations in me. No, seriously, that was a great answer. Seriously, we do. Mm-hmm. Our job is to connect with other artists.
Yeah.
And to connect with other people who feel the same that we do. But the fact that you already feel that way says something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It separates you from other artists who just don't feel the need to feel anything, and they just want to put on their music.
But that's what life's about. It's about feeling. If you don't got that, what do you have? It's real.
I agree. So that leads me to the next segue. What do you think is missing in the industry now?
I feel like it's being filled.
Since you said feeling.
I feel like feeling's being filled now. Obviously I'm Canadian, so Drake, obviously, he came and filled a void of emotion, and niggas were like, I don't know if I can enjoy, feeling emotional, but he made it okay.
Right.
And I think lots of artists are starting to do that now, even down here in the South. Mm-hmm. They're allowing, you got Juice WRLD coming out and being all about love, and that's cool with the younger crowd. You don't really see that much anymore, and it's starting to be cool again, and that's the wave. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the wave, and I feel like that void's being filled. So I'm just, trying to partake. I'm trying to partake in it. That's all.
You are partaking in it.
I am.
Clearly you are. So, all right. You're partaking in the movement that you think is going on. Yeah. I feel you. I hear it, and I see it. Clearly, there's a movement going on in terms of other artists, especially influenced by the Migos, nowadays. Mm-hmm. In that sound, in that category. Yeah. Where is music going now? Where's R&B going now? Where are we going? Are we going jump with drums, or are we taking it to another level?
I think people are getting back into the breakdowns and actual sounds, That's what I mean. Musical influence. They're incorporating. You got artists incorporating New Orleans sounds. You got artists incorporating Afrobeat, Jamaican, everything. And I think where it's going is exciting because who really knows? That's a beautiful thing.
It is
about it. No one knows where it's going.
Exactly. The instrumentation.
Yeah.
The instrumentation of it.
Yeah.
The Afro beats. I just got back from London not too long ago, and just me seeing how they move and how they work in terms of instrumentation. Yeah. The DJ in terms of just spinning we'll spin a certain record with the drums this way, and then another record if the drums are a certain way, then it'd be so on and so forth. But it's dope because it's when you make music, you understand okay, this goes with this goes with that, this goes with that. I spent a certain amount of time dedicating X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And so when you see it, it's just live in the flesh. Yeah. Especially if you're not a vocalist like me. So to me, I feel we have the background seat to make this shit really kick and make this shit really take off.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
really make it take off to a point where you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going to go.
That's exciting, though.
It's amazing.
The worst thing, the worst thing in life is to feel like you have limitations.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like a caged animal.
Elaborate. Elaborate.
Like, I mean, like a caged animal. Like I was saying, like when someone tries to dictate how something is supposed to sound or feel, like that's not right. Like, you can't dictate that stuff. You know what I mean? Feeling comes out of anywhere. You know, you could be in a great mood one moment, the next moment you're like, nah, fuck these niggas. Like, you know, like that's how it goes, and that's called life. You know what I'm saying? But that's what makes it beautiful. And music's the exact same way. You can't dictate it.
No.
You just gotta do it. And if you feel it, you feel it. And if you don't, it's all good. There's more out there for you.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do. Wholeheartedly, I do. I really do. And like, in terms of like, how do you move around, like, working with different artists and knowing who does and does not connect with you? How do you do that? How do you know?
Yeah, for me, it's like, it's not hard for me to work with other artists. I love working with other artists. But, like, for me, it's like, I like to incorporate someone's sounds for a specific reason. It's not just me being like, oh, yeah, like, he's dope. Like, it's hard for me to just be like, oh, he's got a following. I just need to work with this guy because he reached out to me. But I can't do that because I just love music that much, for real. Like, I just can't just do it.
Right.
If I'm feeling it and it's a moment and the energy's there for me to just sit down and write that record or just record it, I do it.
Right.
So that may be a flaw of mine. That may hold me back. Who knows? I don't know. But for me, it's like I do this not for anything else but the love.
Right.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that answer. I do.
Yeah.
That's a dope answer. So, like, are there any things that you want to touch on your music that you would feel that most people won't touch on?
With my music, like, I feel like lots of my music is really self-explanatory. Sometimes I hide behind my metaphors and stuff like that. But I mean, with my music, it's like, I just want people to enjoy it just for what it is. And that's it. Like, you know, just for what it is and just be real about it. And I mean, you know, allow me in. Allow me to touch your soul, to touch your vibe.
Allow you in to where?
Just tell you my story, you know? I mean, you know.
Allow you into where?
Allow me into the world because we all see different, you know?
Right.
Allow me into the world so I can be educated in what they're seeing and their perception of how everything's moving. Let me learn, you know?
I hear that. I hear that. So let me ask you something. As an artist, are there any things that you'd be willing to compromise? Compromise. And I say compromise heavily. Let me finish. In order for you to attain what you would label as success, like, are there any things that you would be you're apprehensive of? Like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I don't care what anyone says to me. Yeah. In terms of when it comes to music. Are there any things that you have in your label bag, I guess so to speak, that would stop you from doing anything against your own integrity? Hey,
your name and your integrity is all you have. Like, when I was younger, I was working with, like, Universal, doing some stuff. I put out a record, and I'll tell you this little story. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
And it was one of Masterpiece's producers. I don't want to say his name or anything like that, just in case he's watching my stuff. But he was saying to me, like, we had a budget at an investor. We were putting the record out. The record was cool. It was hitting, like, the DJ pools and all that stuff. It was moving. And that was my first time ever, like, being involved in music in general. I was out in California by myself, just chilling, you know? And he was spending the budget that, like, the marketing and all that stuff, that the vision that we had wasn't there. And for me, it's hard for me to hold my tongue because, like, for me, it's like when I do something, I just want to do it to my best ability. So I said something, and we found out he's spending the budget elsewhere in his nose, or wherever you want to talk about it.
Right.
And I got dropped. You know, so for me, that was that right away. It wasn't even a question. I was sent back home in like 2 days. My mom still doesn't know that story.
I'm laughing because I'm like, you're right away. And you're like, you're right within 2 days. I'm like, holy shit, yeah, definitely.
Quick. But for me, it's like, okay, so from that point, that actually propelled me because it made me just become a better artist because I was determined because I was like, yo, no matter what, I'm going to do exactly what I do. And if I feel something, I'm going to speak up. But I understand sometimes, wise man once said, you said nothing, you quiet, relax. But I mean, at the same time, if someone's breaking your integrity, that's your energy. Don't let no one fool with that.
Exactly.
Don't let no one fool with that.
I agree with that much.
Yeah.
I agree with that much.
Yeah.
So how long have you been making music?
About 9 years.
9 years. What inspired
9 years every single day.
9 years every single day.
Pretty much.
That's a lot.
Is it?
Then yeah, of course it
Is it? We're here for a long time, so it's not very long.
Shout out to everybody who's listening. We're here for a long time, man. We're here for a fucking long time.
We are.
You never know when the dice will roll your number. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
So you got to
what
gamble
I'm
every
saying
day.
Is, in the meantime, as we gamble every day, let's shoot for them higher numbers.
You have to. Why not?
Yes.
What do you have to lose?
So, what do you feel in terms of like when you make music and like you feel the way that you do?
Yeah.
What's going on with music now? Like, who do you admire? Who do you fuck with? Like, who do you like? Yo, this is in my fucking playlist. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. Like I said, like for me, it's like I'm so open to all sounds. I just love all music, so I don't even focus on the artist itself. I focus just on the sound that's coming out of the stereo, right. And that's it. And that's what I enjoy. I don't care. Like I said, if it's someone doing rock and roll or it's someone like Michael Jackson or E40, if it's a bop, it's a bop, and I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna get inspired from it.
I hear that. So you don't necessarily have anybody that you fuck with that you're like, yo, this is like one of my favorites.
I already named my favorites, and that's as deep as it goes for me. Lauryn Hill, I forgot about her. Wyclef is vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill is just Wyclef. Just them two. I'm like, okay, that's who you fuck with.
Like honestly, like I listen to a lot of like Aretha Franklin, old stuff. I listen to a lot of just old music.
La, la, la.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what's so cool about music back then? It's just like it was all vibration. Like they just worked off a vibration. It wasn't.
Yeah. The way that music moved back then was more
organic.
Yeah. Like it was more like.
Yeah.
You really, really felt like this person fuck with this record. Like they're really, really like, they fuck with it. Like they really hear me. So they hear you differently than, where we're at now, where something is just so cosmetic and so, there's no, I don't know if there's any way for us to rectify it, but there is a way for us to see it, and clearly it's different.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're here, and we are still impactful.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, everyone, it's a common thing for everyone to want to fit in. You know what I'm saying? To want to be accepted and to want to be liked. That's a normal characteristic of a human. So you can't put that down, but at the same time, you're always going to get that one seed that just wants to plant a new tree and see what happens. And,
So if you could plant your seed right now, what would happen?
What would happen if I planted my seed?
If you could plant your favorite seed right now.
I'd give everyone I love branches.
Seed. Okay, no. All right, you got to be specific. Like, that's all I'm asking. Like, I want you to ask specifically
what kind of tree I would be?
Yeah, like, what kind of tree would you be?
Okay.
Who are you laying down?
Yeah.
Who are you putting down?
Yeah.
And why?
Okay. I would probably be I would probably be a cactus.
Okay.
I'd probably be a cactus or a rose. You know what I'm saying? Because my heart is full of love, but at the same time, if you cross that line or cross someone I love, I'm a different animal. And I think that's anybody, but I'm strictly about love. So a rose is a strictly cosmetic flower. It represents love. So you know what I mean? So I'd probably be a rose, and for me, I'd be with a dozen of them, and that would be the people I love. So and I don't know how else to go deeper into that.
How else would you go beyond the depth of the beauty?
The depth of the beauty of the rose?
Yeah. Fuck the beauty. Like, never mind the beauty. Never mind how great they look.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like, real shit. Like, never mind how a woman may look. Like, if you are going to expand with anybody, you have to look at who they are.
Who they are as a human, of course.
Who they are as a human being.
Yeah.
So, what are certain things that you look for?
What do I look for?
Yeah, what do you look for? What do you look for?
I look for someone who's not scared to be themselves regardless of what people think of them. I look for someone who wants to be exactly who they want to be, and they push for that daily, you know? Someone who just wants to work hard. Someone who shows other people love and helps other people. That's very important to me, you know? And someone who has a relationship with their family, and someone who isn't scared to get their hands dirty and isn't scared to experience a loss. That's it.
I like that. I like that answer. I like that. And look at you, Mr. Politically Correct.
Am I politically correct?
You are 100% Mr. Politically Correct to the T. You are. But you did it well. You did it well. So I'll give you that.
I'm just being honest.
You did it well. You did it well. So what do you have upcoming that we should be looking out for?
Like I said, I'm Sorry is coming out next month. After, you know, the fourth quarter kind of rolls over, I'm going to put out a project as well. Called Perception of Love. I've been actually holding on to that for a minute, and now I kind of got all the resources to get it out there properly and, you know, let people think, you know, feel what they think and go from there, right? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the project?
Perception of Love.
Perception of Love. So Perception of Love is coming out next month.
No. I'm Sorry is coming out next month. Perception of Love is coming out probably around like
Christmas time-ish.
No, I'm going to say February.
February. All right,
Yeah.
So we're here February-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close enough to
But
February.
I'm going to give at least 2 or 3 more singles between that time. So
you're going to drop a couple of singles before you
and videos,
drop
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear that. And the videos, the whole package.
You know what? I got a concept of releasing music as an independent and as an artist that no one in this room has ever heard or seen or whatever it is.
Let's hear it.
You know, I want when I share my music, I want to be able to share it to like the fullest potential. And when I do my music, it's not just the sound in general by itself. I have a vision of it, and we all have a vision of it that's in the room that I'm with. And I like to put my music out with visuals, so I'm able to share my mind, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's nothing else. Like, so right now, I feel like it's more impactful. Everyone nowadays has ADHD. You want to see something, you want to move on, you want to go to the next, you know? So for me, it's like, I might as well just fucking show them how crazy it is in there, you know? Show them how crazy it is in my mind.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So what are some things that you think are crazy in the industry that people wouldn't think of?
That are crazy in the industry?
Yeah, that people wouldn't even imagine. People wouldn't even imagine, that comes involved into making music.
Yeah. Just doing what they think is supposed to be the right way and neglecting their actual power, you know? Like waiting to be themselves just because they want to cross over faster or do whatever's going on, or I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that's the craziest thing. I feel like music is an art form. It's for you to be creative and to share yourself, like, for no other reason. I mean, it is a business at the end of the day, but your business is you. Right. And I feel like that's sometimes missing in some artists because, you know what I'm saying? They just want to be like the guy they just saw on TV, and they're going to make a record like that, and that's fine. I enjoy those records, but I mean, don't miss the reason why you're here and doing this, because you could be gone tomorrow.
No, I fuck with it. with it. No, I agree, because I'm the same way. I'm like, where did y'all lose the concept of fucking hip hop? Like, where did y'all lose the concept of what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was our freedom. Hip hop's our freedom. So,
like, of what we're supposed to be explaining to the youth. Yeah. Y'all are not doing that shit because y'all are just up here just fucking.
But you can't blame them though, because society moves quick. Social media.
I get it.
You know, things are cool in and out. So
I get it.
You know, you still gotta. If we were younger at that time, you know what I'm saying, like 15, 16, we're sponges, you know, you're taking in what's around you, and 15. You can't blame someone for being like that, you know? It's true, though.
No, you can't.
You know?
You can't. Yeah. But it's just saying, like, but we can still touch them.
You have to.
You know, like,
someone has to.
Yeah, we can still touch them. We can still touch them in a way that they can touch others.
Yeah.
And that's our duty, is to touch them so they can touch others in a positive way, so that we can keep moving in a positive direction.
Yes. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like outside of our own negative, not even negative, outside of our own selfish, self-gain type of thoughts, we need platforms to really convey certain messages to the younger demographic, so that they know how to move and behave in certain situations, because they're moving and behaving in out weird that they've never been in.
Oh, it's crazy out there.
And I know. No, I know. I mean, even in the center of, like, being an A3C.
Yeah.
We're here A3C weekend. we're here and we're talking about a different weekend, different car rentals, blah, 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 X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You know how many Regencies have told me, like, oh, we're not here. We don't have any more for you.
Yeah.
Like, we can't fuck with you. Like, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? Mm-hmm. Like, are you really turning down everybody, or are you just turning me down? Right. Like, are you turning me down, or is it just everybody? Like, it's certain situations that I've been in that I'm like, you know, I may raise an eyebrow and I'll look at them kind of crazy, but I understand that that's the world that we live in. It's the struggle of the dice and throwing it. Like, you never know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I always say this to everyone that's always around me. Like, people are people. You can't be mad at them for being themselves. So I mean, if someone is, you know, a certain way, you got to think about, there's a reason why they're that way. There's a reason why they're that way, and you can't judge their story. You can't judge their chapter that you met them on. You know.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, to me, it's like you have to be open to the fact that these people have been raised with an entirely different concept.
Definitely.
And so if they feel towards you a certain way, they feel towards you a certain way.
From what they learned.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just what they've been introduced to. Yeah. It's certain, like, let me just say it, like, crudely, like, it's certain white people who have never been around people of color.
Yeah. Oh, very true.
It's certain white people have never been around people of color. And I'm saying it louder to everyone in here since there's other people in here. No, for real. Like, there's certain people that have never been around another black person. Mm-hmm. To them, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, to them, it's like, oh, my God, like, you really brought, like, another, like, it's just crazy. Like, they will be looking fucking crazy. Yeah. But that's how it is in certain places.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a fucking problem.
It is.
It's a problem because it's a problem, and it's not because I understand it not being a problem. Yeah. But it's a problem because, okay, so what if somebody wants to fucking move out there? Like, why do we need to be like scared about
where you're going?
Yeah, like, why do we need to be
about the color of your skin?
Yeah, like, why?
Of course, you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. Good luck to those people, because energy follows people. Karma's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, if they want to be negative or ignorant to someone, that will follow you. So good luck.
Oh, I agree. The whole negative and positive thing is very true.
Yeah.
What have you encountered any situations in your career?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like what?
My entire life, many times. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about them.
You know what I mean? Like, some people just, you know, that I do hip hop and I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Right away, they're like, oh, like, he's definitely selling drugs. He's definitely doing this. Yeah. You know, been there, done that, but no, not here. Moving on.
Right.
Like, I'm growing, and you know, it's just the perception of people. And when people see you trying to do well, and if you got some color on your skin, I mean, that's an intimidation factor for them, you know. But for me, as I always grew up, my mom always told me, you got to work twice as hard. That's it. You got to work twice as hard, and you got to give them a reason to love you, and that's okay. You know,
twice as hard and double reasons to love you.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're going to a lot of things right now. We're doing a lot. No, seriously, no. That's great advice. It is. It's excellent advice, especially coming from mother. Yeah. Because it's sincere and it's true. Mm-hmm. It really is true. It really is. Like, you don't know where to go left or right with half the people that you deal with. I know, honestly. Yeah. So, like, what do you think keeps you motivated? Like, what keeps you inspired to keep fucking with this music game? Like, what keeps you inspired to say, I don't care what anyone says, I'm going to keep going. Yeah. I don't care how hard it is, I'm going to keep going. Like, X, Y, Z. Like, what keeps you going?
The feeling I get, like, the undeniable energy that I feel inside my soul just when I get to be around music, feel music, listen to music, write music, record music, visual, anything, is unexplainable. The first time I was in front of 2,000-3,000 people at a festival, I sat there and I said, this is the best high I ever had in my life. Why would I trade that?
Right.
For what reason? That's an organic high.
Okay. That's
real, and I enjoy that. And I'm never going to trade that for none just because someone says they don't like me. Come on. Never.
I fuck with it. I love that answer. I love that answer. So, if you could map it out any way you would want to, how would you map it out from here in the next couple of years in terms of your music and your sound? For me, like, what's going on?
It's going to be, for me, in the next couple of years, you know what I mean? I'd like to have, you know, records on the Billboard. You know what I'm saying? I would like to, you know, be on the BETs and the Much Musics and the MTVs. I would like to be touring around and introducing myself and my team to everyone else. And most of all, I'd like to be able to make a difference, you know, get myself in a position to make a difference for the people I care about. And just people out there that, my heart's soft for. So
I like that. I like that make a difference part.
yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah. So we're here, and then you know what? We're gonna end it here. Okay. Unfortunately.
Cool.
Unfortunately.
I had a good time.
Yeah, I've had a great time. This is episode number 4 of Ivy Talks.
Yeah.
And you are my most welcomed, most gracious guest.
And I hope I get to come back or visit you in Miami.
Of course.
And I hope to see you in the stars next year.
Of course, me in Miami and me all over the place. It's me still. It's just still me still. I'm just all over the place. But, I really respect the fact that you are doing something that's a movement. Yeah. Not only for you, but for your city.
It's not just about me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for you, for your city, for your people. You got to keep going.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I always tell my family, they're going to bury me trying if I don't get there. And it is what it is. Just make sure you play some good fucking music. That's it.
Yes, please. Please, at least play some good shit while I'm going down. Nah, they won't. They won't. Ironically enough, things are going to play out in the way that they need to play out. You know what I'm saying?
The universe has us, man. I'm not worried about it.
The universe has us. The universe has us talking about music right now because we're here meant to talk about that right now. And so we're meant to discuss the impact that we are going to have on other people that cannot see their impact in the music world. Yeah. So it's our due diligence to spread that message to other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we are at the forefront of what is to come. And I firmly believe that. Yeah. Like, after speaking to you, I fuck with you. I respect with you. I respect with your movement. I respect what you got going on. I respect you coming down here from Canada. Coming down from Canada, like, you know how hard it is? Just to let everyone know, it's snowing there right now. No, but it's people it's people that won't even fly from Fort Lauderdale from Fort Lauderdale to Sample. Like, they won't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will not dare get on the plane.
I mean, if you want to be in the ocean, you got to swim with the sharks.
Yeah, come on, fam. Like,
you have to.
Of course. Like, I fuck with you on another level because I'll get on the plane real quick. I don't care about that. Yeah. But to other people, like, they'll be like, la, la. But to me, it's like, I salute you for that. Keep going, keep grinding, keep putting your music out there, keep doing what you're doing, keep being a positive force in this universe that we need. Yeah. I fuck with you. I respect with you. I salute that. Truly. I salute everybody in the room. As we're here, finishing up episode number 4 of Ivy Talks. Thanks. And we're going to finish this up, do it big, and we're going to all make some bread from this.
We have to. We're gonna by this time next year, everyone in the room is going to know exactly who we are.
We're going to exactly know who we are and exactly what we're doing, and why not? Yeah. Because that's our due diligence. Yeah. And salute to everyone again in the room, and one time for everyone in the room. So shout out to everyone in the room.
Yes.
Episode number 4, we're here wrapping it up. All right. Salute, y'all.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Mubs got beat. I'm a brother's keeper in the field. I'ma keep a trail after real. Vice versa when she working on. I feel like Pastor Troy the
That's the bad one lie.
All my niggas go to lie. All my niggas go to lie. All my niggas go to lie. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again. All my niggas go to lie. All my niggas go to lie. All my niggas go to lie. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again. interfere. I'ma keep a trail after real. Vice versa way she work it out. I feel like Pastor Troy the world. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again.
What you talking, we ready? Tell her keep it strapped daily. Why you talking about baby? My collar cock in your face. Look at all the bloody beef. All the leaves he done shaved. All your men gotta sleep. Seeing that change his pace. And he promised keep it paid. Understand I lived it late. Without the power, let it pay.
I like all these dollars and the dream, don't you twerking. Staying real to the crew, yeah, no faking. Yeah, you know you waiting now. What you waiting now, nigga, what you waiting now? I like all these dollars and the dream, don't you twerking. Staying real to the crew, yeah, no faking. Yeah, you know you waiting now. What you waiting now, nigga, what you waiting now? Brothers keep her in the fear. I'ma keep a trail after real. Vice versa way she work it out. I feel like Pastor Troy the world. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. All my niggas come alive. Yeah, we ready. All my brodies like build some pyramids. Caught the runner man. Do some laps again. We ready. 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 We ready.
Bubs.
We ready. 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 You say I'm the nigga that's driving you crazy. The shit that you say, I'm beginning to hate me. I'm losing myself to the liquor, come save me. Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my? You act like you hate me. I'm back on the wave. Surf with the sharks in the day. Rat race the whoop in the cage. Niggas keep changing their faces. Maybe the moment's too late. Maybe I'll live in the cave. Yeah. Shout out the niggas who fuck with me. I look at them in the reflection, it's scaring me. I'm sleepless at night, but I know the wolves hearing me. If I buried in there, would you even remember me? It's always been nigga, just fuck what you say. Pointing your fingers and fuck what you say. Listen to me and then fuck what you say. Drugs on the counter, which one do I take? But I'm numb to the bullshit, you made me this way. Living so cold in the middle of May. Killing me softly, what more can I say? Driving you crazy. The shit that you say, I'm beginning to hate me.
wasting my time, wasting my. Am I wasting my time? Am I?
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This world won't love you unless it just power you take. The system is set up to steal everything that you make. No contest and contest, I do this for out of my pain. Ooh, these niggas don't. This world won't love you unless it is power you take. The system is set up to steal everything that you make. No contest and contest, I do this for all of my pain. Ooh, these niggas don't know. These niggas don't know. These days and nights are full of cold. Tomorrow might just never come. These niggas don't know. All my vatos on their toes. These niggas don't know. These niggas don't know. We coexist for the crown now. Set the bar high, nigga, then I pull it down. Ninth blunt until the days left in the cloud. Just some niggas in the system that created all trying to be Alpha to Omega, but now I see sheep in the herd don't lie to me. Little Bo Peep don't fuck for free. What's that mean? You know can't live unless you all something. Niggas living off of niggas trying to mold something. Fuck it. Put salt in the blood for the love. Giving up on the squad cause she saw nothing. I guess skip perfect timing. Gold thrills in the cut with a silver lining. Facts told me better run up or you lose to dying. Code 45 ambition got a nigga lying. I don't wanna put on in this city, these niggas don't get it. 10 years in your reign, guess that will cause a vendetta. Don't fuck with your bitch, but she liking my pics since I met her. Ever leaving the cut like bruschetta, I'm like Mario, these Luigi's need a pipe down. Da Vinci Code on the Gucci like it's locked down. Motown bumping in the system on the road now. Still got niggas messaging about my old style. Still swear niggas wanna roll now. The condition to the mass looking swole now. Move bitch like Luda gotta roll out. Go regime till the end, there's no doubt. This world won't love you unless it just power you take. The system is set up to steal everything that you make. No contest and contest, I do this for all of my pain. Ooh, these niggas don't know. These niggas don't know. These days and nights are full of cold. These niggas don't know. Tomorrow might just never come. These niggas don't know. All my vatos on their toes. These niggas don't know. These niggas don't know. Working all night while they sleeping. Haters nocturnal, these rodents be creeping. Yeah, I'm supposed to live like that. Niggas in my city try to hold me back. Blood on the leash cause I'm slaving like that. Fuck all you niggas dictating my raps. Golden regime is the niggas I rap. Rather than slow and forget all the rest, yeah.
Life is a blessing, some take it for granted. I'm taking my chances, blackjack empty-handed. My dreams to a villa, to live in Havana. I'm chasing Havana, we're gonna hit on us. Yeah, I'm riding, I'm taking on lane. Look at my review, I made some mistakes. Something gotta give, but what's it gotta take? Struggle to survive like minimum wage. I don't wanna die, so I walk through the flame. After the time that I sit and I pray. Look at me now, I rain on a parade. The son of Osiris, I fight for survival. My mind is alive like the stars of Orion. Society lying, the corporate giants with hidden agendas and speaking in silence, yeah.
all night while they sleeping. Hey, it's nocturnal, these rodents be creeping. Yeah, I'm supposed to live like that. Niggas in my city try to hold me back. Blood on the leash cause I'm slaving like that. Fuck all you niggas dictating my raps. Golden regime is the niggas I rap. Rather die slow and forget all the rest.
What do you want to do tonight? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Unless it just power you take. The system is set up to steal everything that you make. No contest and contest, I do this for all of my pain. Take it on. That's why I won't love you unless it is power you take. The system is set up to steal everything that you make. Contest, I do this for all of my pain. Take it on you. These niggas don't know. These days and nights are full of cold. These niggas don't know. Tomorrow might just never come. These niggas don't know. All my vatos on their toes. These niggas don't know. These niggas don't know.
You ain't shit without the power, boy. Seen niggas cash out by now, boy. You know, niggas wanna see me go. Oh Lord, let me finish what I came for. So I gave myself a timeline, cause my king folk was strung out on some deadlines. My only mentor, home trapped in his mind, popping pills, getting ill, counting down his own time. Damn, he told me only fuck with real ones. Some nigga better cause they see a real one. Meet a woman that will help you cut the fake ones. You ain't blood, but I see you as my own son. Had to prove my premonition always stays distinguished. Mama raised a boy who taking shots and never misses. Fuck them niggas prematurely claiming out in cities. Acting gale when they gale, guess my team is winning. Just a nigga trying to do it when they say I isn't. Fuck your squad, I can tell when the heart is missing. Boy, you ain't really wanna use all your wisdom. Go regime till I fall, ain't no silver printing. Boy, you ain't really
Mubs got beats.
Got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a moonlight. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Now stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a moonlight. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Now stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Funny here now, maybe babe. Green bottle, that Tangerine. Just been that kind of day, yeah, just been that kind of day. Emotions always coming fade. You always know they coming fade. You always know they coming fade. Just blow that smoke away.
Late nights, early mornings as I lay here wide awake. Feeling like a zombie, baby, yeah, I'm miles away. Welcome to the after party, all eyes on me. Feeling like a rock star, yeah, it's all on me. Honey in my zone, yeah, call me roller dope. I overdose. Don't know when I'm coming home. Goddamn, things like this, baby. Champagne, let me done, man. No comments talking, no conversations. Pull up, shit, ready. Chasing that, going steady. So dope, like Eddie. Want it, baby, I need it, baby. Know the baby, you drive me crazy, oh yeah. No stressing, baby, yeah, let's just roll up. Poker face, all in, watch them fold up, yeah.
Got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a moonlight. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Now stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a moonlight. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Now stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Funny here now, maybe babe. Green bottle, that Tangerine. Line up the plug for the doors. Talk out the high and the lows. Intermission scream murder, she roared. Don't know it's really got into me. Fuck with my energy, connect out the synergy. Let's take it out straight to the head. Let's talk about making that bread. Let's talk about cutting that grass. Let's talk about tapping that. Matter of time, I'll be dabbing you out. Not on a wave, I'll be ending the drought. How the fuck baby gon' play me when all of my folks steady raise me? Used to the view in the basement. The nonsense will leave you complacent. I see you relying on me. The way that you running by me. The way you unleashing the beast. I know you lying on me. They fucked up with timing with me. They all keep on trying on me. And plenty they feeling the breeze. I knew they're disturbing the pieces. Niggas are turtle like Lisa. I lean on the belt like it's pizza. I give up, I'm praying to Jesus. The nation that started to free us. Back and enjoy the ride, baby. Cause free when this world is hazy. To know that the nigga ain't basic. No matter how hard they can trace it. I got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a new rain. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. No stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. I got you at the crib, yeah, we gon' do things. I see it in your face just like a new rain. Just stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. No stressing at the crib, just roll the dough. Money here now, maybe babe. Green bottle, that Tanqueray. Just been that kind of day, yeah, just been that kind of day. Oceans always coming fade. You always know they coming fade. You always know they coming fade. Just blow that smoke away.
Beats.
You're listening to iLive Radio.